November 1st, new moon in Scorpio. This is a huge month for Scorpios, but also a huge month for anybody who is ready to be Phoenix rising. Because the Scorpio energy is really about death and rebirth, becoming one with the one that you're here to be by burning things of the old self, the old version of you into ashes so that you can be reborn again. It's a very powerful month. It's a very powerful kickoff of the month with this new moon in Scorpio. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 ways how you can transform your life, how this energy is affecting your world, your manifestations. Yes, you heard it right. Your manifestations and what the reality you are here to create. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Welcome back. This is Tina Wong. On this channel, we talk about cosmic alignment. We want to talk about... Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Tina Wong. On this channel, we talk about cosmic alignment, understanding the energies, and also how to step into your truest and highest version of self. So if you are about that life, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here. And for those of you who've been around the block, hi, welcome back. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, let's talk about the energy of the November 1st new moon in Scorpio. It's kind of a big deal. Why this is a big deal is because November, as we know, the energy, the season of Scorpio, but also the energy of death, rebirth, transformation, making a drastic change. But this month, something very interesting, big, huge, transformative is going to happen. And that's going to be on November 19th, which I'm going to talk about. So let's get into it. There's so much that I want you to feel into so that you can really quantum leap into the life that you want and manifest things a lot faster with this energy. First thing first. The first thing first is, as I mentioned, the energy of death and rebirth, and that important date that I talked about, November 19th. Why? It's because Pluto, the planet of death transformation, the ruler of Scorpio, Scorpio being a water sign, Scorpio the scorpion, but also Scorpio the ego, the phoenix, right? The energy of Pluto, there's a lot of that underworld energy. So a lot of things being revealed, a lot of changes. Okay, Pluto is not one of those planet that changes a lot. Okay, it's like, you know, Mercury, like Mercury in retrograde this, Mercury in retrograde that, right? It can be a lot of movements, right? But it's like Pluto, when it shifts the sign, it really shifts the trajectory of the world, the change, the transformation energy of the world. So before moving into Aquarius on November 19th, it's going to be in Capricorn. You know, Capricorn, you know, the father figure, the old structured organization of the world. And what this new moon is about, a new moon in Scorpio, November 1st, is going to kick off that energy of us moving into a whole new paradigm, into a whole new world, where you're going to see a new way of doing things, a new wave of leaders rising, a new way of approaching new technologies, a lot about technology. What I want you to tap into the energy is knowing that November 1st, you know, Day of the Death and all of that Halloween stuff, there's a lot of death energy. This new moon, even though it's a new moon, but it's gonna feel like a new birth because the death is happening at the same time, or the death has happened recently. So around this time, you can be dealing with a lot of death energy, ego death, or identity death, leaving a job, death of relationship, death of a old limiting belief, death of someone you actually know. Okay, so this can be a huge energy on things needed to die down for it to come forth. So I just want to remind you real quick, new moon, new beginning, new moon, seeding of manifestation. Okay, so how can you seed this manifestation, seed this energy to you so that you can receive your manifestation really a lot sooner? That happens in point number 2. So point number 2 is how this new moon continues to affect you. It's because with death, it becomes reborn again, rebirth again. Okay, the highest symbol of Scorpio is the phoenix in rising. Okay, so the phoenix, death and rebirth. So what this means for you is that when you're working with this new moon energy, you have to understand the more you can tap into the death and rebirth and rising again from the ashes. When you clear out everything, that's when you are most powerful. So that's why I'm going to be having my rebirth retreat in Tulum, Mexico, January 11 to 13. So, all of the theme is going to be around death and rebirth as well. So what this means for you is that when you want to receive your manifestation, when you really want to receive it faster and have it, happen like now, yesterday, is to know and understand what are the big transformations in your life. How are you ready to become a whole new person? Because whenever I teach manifestation and true transformation, it's always about identity. I always say that how you shift reality is how you shift your identity. Reality shifting is identity shifting. Okay, why? It's because you can only think, operate, feel, and do the things because you think that you are this identity. Right? If I have the identity of, yes, I am a YouTuber, I want to be making YouTube videos. You don't have that, you ain't posting. So the identity is really key to driving that behavior. Okay? So when your energetic alignment is aligned with your manifestation, it will come. You've heard of you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Okay? What you are is your identity. Okay? To keep it short. So how this works is that, are you ready to slash your old identity of being that fearful person, of being that doubtful person, of being that timid person, of being that poor person, being that sick person, to become, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I'm aligned, I am peaceful, I'm compassionate, I am radiant, I'm, whatever. How much are you, and how fast, how ready, how committed you are to become that new version of you now is everything. And how does it take? What it takes? Well, it takes looking at yourself differently, seeing the unseen. Okay? A lot of people make the mistakes of like, oh, but my world doesn't look like that. My bank account doesn't look like that. My relationship doesn't look like that. You don't wait, first of all, for the world to change, for you to understand that something is real. Because the real world is within you, okay? Universe is you inverse, okay? So the world is a giant mirror that reflects back to who you are and what you believe yourself to be. So I want you to really spend a lot of time not looking around the world, actually, stay put, and really look within. Okay, look within yourself and see yourself as that successful, that radiant, that rich, that wealthy, that loving, that compassionate, that peaceful, that healthy version of you first. Because once you ingrain that into your inner vision, outside is going to change. Okay, that is very important. So I want you to start doing that. Point number 3 on how this new moon affects you is a really big energy. And in point 4 and point 5, I'm going to go deeper into the things that is going to, oh my gosh, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to shift your world. This is a big deal. Number 3, I want you to tap into the energy of, it is okay for me to be alone. Okay, it is okay for me to be in solitude. Why? It's because Scorpio, the scorpion, okay? Or Scorpion, the Scorpio, I don't know, okay? That energy. It's really, you see the scorpion, they're not like, oh, we're in a group, we're in a crew. It's a solitude animal. Is it an animal? I don't know, right? It's a creature, right? It's a creature of solitude. Ride solo. Okay? And sometimes true transformation really requires you to ride solo. It really requires you to be in solitude to understand who you are, allowing the transformation, the rebirthing, the rising beyond, above the ashes happen, right? So that's the same energy why I'm going to be hosting my rebirth retreat I was telling you in Tulum, Mexico in January, is because you really need to be, in that energy, and that's exactly the same place where I was having my personal rebirth again, actually 2 or 3 of my rebirths in the same jungle in Tulum. So that's why I'm going to be taking a few of you guys in there. Information's down below. We might be sold out already, but if there are spots left, you can check down below, okay? But the energy is truly, you knowing that it is okay for you to be alone. It's not about being lonely. It's about knowing that we live in a world where there's so much effing noise. You agree? You feel me? We live in a world where it's like when you do one swipe, you absorb so much information, so much data, so much programming. No wonder why people go crazy. Every other person has some mental health issue these days. That is not okay. That is not normal. We cannot succumb to that, okay? We have to realize that the way of our world is driving us crazy. We need to tune out. We need more offline time. We need more whatever time right now, okay? And at the time of you watching this video, I am offline. I am in no Wi-Fi zone, okay? And why I do that is because it's for my transformation. It's for my manifestation. It's for me being able to hold space for myself so I can hold space for you guys and for my clients. So when you want to have a real impact in this world, you have to start with yourself. You have to start with keeping yourself sane. So this new moon is also a new way of you to really respect your energy. Okay, can we give like a hashtag respect, right? Respect your energy. Your energy is your highest form of currency. You know what I'm saying? It's the highest form of currency. So stop abusing it. Stop giving it away. Why do you think social media and everything wants your attention? Because your attention is valuable. Your energy is valuable. Stop giving it away. Okay? Very important. And that leads to our point number 4. And our point number 4 here is, one second while I understand my writing. Oh, yes. Okay. Sometimes, it'd be like that. Okay. So this point number 4 is very important when it comes to asking yourself, right? Scorpio, the stinger, how are you hurting yourself and how are you hurting other people? This is crucial when it comes to transforming yourself and having your manifestation comes to you, because it's supposed to feel good, right? You wanting to transform, you want a manifestation because inside you believe that it's going to lead you to a pleasant, comfortable, happy place. Okay? So why are you sabotaging the process? Why are you hurting yourself? Why are you staying at the job where you know you're not happy? You're doing it because you think you have to. You don't have to. Okay? That's the trick. That's how they get you. Okay? You have to decide the life you get to live. And the life you get to live, you don't have to pay and sacrifice with your energy. Okay? You don't have to sacrifice your flesh. Okay? Because everything has a price. You pay with time, you pay with money, you pay with attention, right? You pay with resources, right? But don't kill your energy while you're at it. Okay? So this is the point, the phase you have to come to on this November 1st is to understand how am I hurting myself being in this relationship where I know I'm not meant to be, being in this job where I know I'm not meant to be, doing these things for money where I know it's killing my soul. Why are you doing that? Why are you hurting yourself? And then I want you to ask yourself, how am I hurting other people? How am I hurting other people by maybe being cruel, being mean, being critical with the words, with my action? Maybe I believe that they should be punished for their past, for their sins. If God, the divine, the creator, is not judging them, who are you to judge them? Okay? Allowing yourself to lovingly know that at the highest consciousness, spiritual level, the form of enlightenment, is oneness. We are one. If you're hurting, I cannot be really happy. We're all one. So what you're doing to one another, you're doing to yourself. If you're judging somebody, you ultimately have the same judgment towards yourself. It's the truth of the universe. Okay? What's without, within, what's within, what's without. We're in a gigantic mirror of a world that we don't want to see. We don't want to acknowledge. But when you advance in your spiritual path, you will understand that. And once you start to understand that, how can you hurt one another? How can you be cruel? How can you be mean? So I want you to really step into, if you want to live in a good world, you need to be good. If you want to live in a compassionate world, you need to be compassionate. If you want to live in a generous world, abundant world, then you need to be abundant and generous yourself. It takes you to be the first change maker. And that leads us to point number 5 on how this new moon in Scorpio affects you, which is transformation requires direction. Okay, please write this down. Transformation requires direction. Where are you going? Okay, don't just say, oh, I want a better life. I just want a better life. Anything will go. Okay, cool. Okay, oh, I just want a better partner. I just want a better boyfriend. Okay, I'll give you this one. He'll commit to you maybe for 2 more months and then he'll leave. Okay, oh, I'll give you 2 more dollars on your pay rate with this job, and you're still gonna be stuck in knowing that it's not the true career for you. It's not about anything will do. You're not desperate. Okay, I want you to tap into the energy. I'm not desperate. I get to choose where I want to go. Okay, so how is that going to look like? You have to get clear right now. New moon manifestation seeding, and how you can seed your manifestation requires clarity. Okay, clarity is power. Please write this down. Say this out loud with me. Clarity is power. Clarity is power. Write it down. Nothing is more clear. I always say nothing is more clear than pen and paper. You write it down, right? So write it down. What is the true transformation for you? Where do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself to be? What is the version of you that is the highest, truest, sexiest, most wise, most abundant? What is that version of you? What is she like? What is he like? Okay, how does that person behave? What does she do and what does she absolutely not do, or he, or whatever? Okay, apply it to yourself. Allowing yourself to know where you're going, because when you don't have a direction, when you don't have a point B, when you don't have a target, then you don't know where to look at. Then you get confused. And you know what happens when you get confused? The freaking media, social media, and everyone and every advertising in the world will tell you, look here, look at me shaking my butt, look at me twerking, look at my cat video, look at this, look at the news, It will tell you how to think. It will tell you what to look at. It will tell you what to be distracted by. It will tell you how to waste your time and energy. All right? So when you are not becoming the person that you want to be, I want you to really realize that it all comes down to your focus of attention and knowing where you're heading. Keep your eyes on the prize, my love. Keep your eyes on the prize. Look at it. Keep on going. I'm going to be making a meditation for you on how you can transform your world. It's going to be a very powerful meditation. Why? It's because this month is also my birth month. Okay, I am a Phoenix. I am a Scorpio myself. So this is really personal for me. So look out for that meditation where you can completely change and shift your identity and your reality. And I will see you on the next one. Like this video if you got anything from it. Subscribe to it. It would mean so much for me, my message, and the channel to continue to grow and reach the people who needs to be reached. That's my sole purpose. So if you subscribe to it, you're definitely helping me in being here. I would love to see you here. So thank you. I love you. Take care, and I will see you soon.